Welcome to my views and news, another video for you with new stories from Ethiopia, Eritrea and Sudan. Firstly, viewers, Fano fighters are mainly Amhara ethnic group members. They are from the Amhara region. The group is mainly based in the Amhara region, though it has some presence in Benishangul Gumuz region too. It has some presence in disputed territories with Tigray too, like western and southern zones of Tigray. Amhara region calls them Raya and Volkai. Tigray calls them southern and western Tigray. But a commander of a Fano faction appeared in a video a few hours ago, and he claimed that some Oromos have joined the Fano faction which he is leading. Video is being shared, interview of the Oromos are being shared, details for you. Secondly, was Tigray interim government issued a statement an hour ago condemning a move by the government, federal government, to deport priest Sereke Birhan, who was deported on Friday night. He arrived in Addis Ababa on Wednesday, but he was not allowed to visit Mekelle. Why did Tigray government remain silent when Sereke Birhan was trapped at Bole airport? And now when Sereke Birhan has been deported, Tigray government is condemning this move. Thirdly, viewers, though a festival was cancelled, Eritrean festival was cancelled in the UK, which was due to be held on the 15th and 16th of July, but Brigade Nihamedo was fully prepared. And today, this Brigade Nihamedo workers rallied close to the venue where the festival was due to be held. Fourthly, Gambella, viewers, where in tribal violence, 2 deaths have been confirmed. 23 were injured when a gunman opened fire at public buses. And last is Sudan, viewers. Some news sources are claiming, some reporters, that Sudanese military could withdraw from Khartoum towards Port Sudan, and that already discussions are underway within the military. I find it hard to understand if Sudanese military has to withdraw from Khartoum. Will it withdraw towards Port Sudan or some other zone? I'll try to share my analysis with you. Firstly, viewers, Colonel Fantahun Muhabao is a Fano commander, former colonel. He worked in Amhara Special Force. Now he is head of a Fano faction, which is mainly based in Wollo. He and his deputy, Colonel Mogus Zegai, are 2 top Fano commanders in terms of their ranks as military officers. Relatively new Fano commanders, because mostly we heard about Zamina Kasi, Masri Shah, from Gondar, that Fano commander too, who was being hunted down by Ethiopian military a few weeks ago in Gondar, but he managed to survive. Mogus Zegai and Fantahun are relatively new names, but they have managed to register their presence. Their Fano factions in Wollo have clashed with security forces, with Ethiopian National Defense Force, and they managed to repel some ENDF's offensive. It could be due to their experience as military officers. A video of Colonel Muhabao, Fantahun Mabao is being shared. It was aired on Maraja TV. And Colonel Fantahun firstly addressed what Birhanu Jula said this week. This week, military chief Birhanu Jula said that the military did not want to fight Fano fighters. That majority of Fano fighters had laid down arms, they had joined, they had returned to normal lives. Those who are remaining, he asked them to return to normal lives as well. Colonel Fantahun rejected Birhanu Jula's claim that majority of Fano fighters have laid down arms. And Birhanu Jula had said that Ethiopian military did not want to fight Fano. Colonel Fantahun said the military is fighting Fano. But he said this military, Ethiopian National Defense Force, is a tribal militia. This is a new narrative which has been launched by Fano fighters in the last 2 to 3 months. Now, ENDF is not Ethiopian military. According to Fano fighters, it is Birhanu Jula's Oromo army. Mainly Oromos are part of ENDF according to Fano fighters. That is how they get support from people. They tell the people, Amhara people, that military is basically Oromos and they are trying to kill Amharas. It's a new narrative which has been launched by these Fano fighters. Colonel Fantahun spoke, and then some former members of Ethiopian National Defense Force spoke, who said that they are Oromos, former ENDF members, but they have joined Fano. And some of them spoke in Afan Oromo too. So Colonel is giving this impression that Oromos are joining the Fano factions too. And since he's based in Wollo, that is why maybe he needs Oromo support too, because Oromos live in large numbers in North Wollo, South Wollo, then Oromia Special Zone, North Shore Zone of the Amhara region. A clip for you from Colonel Fantahun's talk. Video was aired on Manager TV. Watch the clip.
እናመሰግናለን ኮሎኔል ፈንታ ሙአቤ በእርሶ የሚመራው ፋኖ ዋና አዛዥ እንደሆኑ እናውቃለን። አሁን በወቅታዊ ጥያቄው ላይ አንዳንድ ጥያቄዎች ጠይቀውታለሁ። ለሱ ማብራሪያ እንዲሰጡኝ በቅድሚያ ፍቃድ የሚኖትን ጠይቃለሁ። እንደሚባለው ጄኔራል ብርሃኑ ጁላ በአሁኑ ሰዓት ከፋኖም ጋር ውጊያ አላደረግንም፣ ፋኖም ጋር አንዋጋም፣ እየተዋጋንም አይደለንም የሚል በአገሪቱ ሚዲያ ወጥተው መግለጫ ሰጥተዋል። ከዚህ አንፃር እርስዎ በዚህ ጉዳይ ላይ ያለውትን አስተያየት እንዲሰጡን እንፈልጋለን።
አመሰግናለሁ። የተሰጠው መግለጫ እንግዲህ በቅድሚያ ራሴንም ለማስተዋወቅ አንተም እንዳስተዋወቀው ኮሎኔል ፈንታው መሀባ እባላለሁ። የአገሪቱ ጠቅላይ ኤታማዦር ሹም ፊልድ ማርሻል ብርሃኑ ጁላ መግለጫ ሰጥቷል። ፋኖ ጋርም
Secondly, was Tigray interim government issued a statement today about deportation of priest Serik Birhan, who remained detained at Bole Airport for around 2 days. He arrived in Addis Ababa at Bole Airport on Wednesday. He arrived from Australia. He wanted to fly to Mekelle, but he was not allowed to fly to Mekelle. He was told to return to Australia. He refused to return. He remained detained at Bole International Airport, and then he was deported to India, then to Australia. He's a Tigrayan, I think, and he wanted reportedly to attend the meeting due to be held in Khartoum for the election of new bishops. His supporters say that he wanted to visit the people of Tigray, he wanted to distribute aid. Tigray interim government says that Pretoria deal clearly states that Tigray people will be protected, but mistreatment of Tigaros is continuing. Tigray interim government condemned deportation of priest Serke Birhan without naming anyone. The interim government is condemning the deportation. One question: why did Tigray interim government remain silent when Serke Birhan was trapped, detained at Bole airport? For around 48 hours, he remained detained at Bole airport. Tigray interim government kept quiet. Now, when he has been deported, Tigray government says it's a violation of the deal, Pretoria deal, violation of fundamental rights. Where was the government when he was trapped? It means that this statement is mainly meant to appease the activists. The activists were questioning the silence of Tigray interim government. The government is silent while a Tigrayan is trapped at the airport, not being allowed to travel to Mekelle. But Tigray government has condemned the deportation of Serke Birhan. Thirdly, viewers, Eritreans protested, Eritrean opposition groups protested in London on Saturday. Brigade Nihamido members protested. They were fully prepared. We know that on Saturday and Sunday, an Eritrean festival was due to be held in Harrow, UK, but Harrow City Council refused to allow this festival to be held. So the festival could not be held, but Brigade Nihamido members are fully prepared. They took out a rally today, reportedly, in London, showing their presence in the UK. They were fully prepared, and they were trying to confirm that the festival was not being held in some other location. So they were there. In Europe, we have seen that opposition groups are registering an impact, and government-backed Eritrean groups are finding it difficult to organize festivals. Watch a clip from London showing Bright Future Movement and other groups, workers, part of Brigade Nihamido. They are protesting, they are trying to keep themselves alert to ensure that no festival is organized in the UK. Watch the clip.
بركيد محمدو عودة المادو كوموتو عوداتنا أجوكم وفرديتاتنا سمينا دلنا عدد حزها عدد بهندنا تحزن كندي حفركم كنتلت علينا نزل نزل دلوا أبننا تطوينا دلوا حواتنا ديتاتنا.
Fourthly, viewers, Gambella, where Gambella Liberation Front signed a peace deal with Gambella regional government a few days ago, but the peace deal could not translate into peace, though GLF is not part of this new escalation reportedly, which is a tribal escalation between Neors and Anioks. Two tribes involved in communal clashes. On Thursday, reportedly attackers from Aniok tribe opened fire at two public buses carrying mostly Neors. 2 were killed, 3 were killed and 23 were injured in this barbaric attack by these attackers. Regional government is trying to control the situation, but this is not the first incident of clashes between Neors and Anioks. GLF is not part of this escalation, but GLF is accusing the regional government and regional government officials. They support Antioch tribe members who are committing human rights abuses and killing poor Nuers. The peace deal could not translate into peace in Gambella. Why? Because there are other ethnic groups too. Between these ethnic groups, there have been long-standing disputes which are unresolved. Lastly, viewers, is Sudanese military withdrawing from Khartoum? Some news sources are reporting. Reporters of some news sources like Al Jazeera claim that Sudanese military is considering withdrawal from Khartoum. The withdrawal could be towards Port Sudan. Well, it's too early to say, though Sudanese military is trapped in Khartoum. General Command Headquarters is surrounded, so the military finding it difficult to send reinforcements to its soldiers in General Command Headquarters. But suppose Sudanese military has decided to leave Khartoum, towards which zone will it withdraw? Towards Kordofan? No. SPLA fighters there of Al-Aziz Hilo group, and there is already ongoing fighting between Sudanese military and SPLA fighters. Darfur, no possibility. You can reach Darfur through Kordofan. Eastern Khartoum, Gedaref, Kassala, no. I think that if Sudanese military decided to retreat, ideally it should withdraw towards Egyptian border, to the north, because Egypt is supporting Sudanese military. In order to be able to push again towards Khartoum, Sudanese military will need Egyptian support. So a likely scenario would be withdrawal of Sudanese military in a northern direction towards Egyptian border, obviously at a distance from Egyptian border. So ideally it should try to set up defenses to the north of Al-Fayl Maluk, to the north of Al-Jaili. That is what I can see, keeping in view the battlefield situation. But reporters say that military is withdrawing, or it's planning to withdraw towards Port Sudan. Let's see what happens. But military is under pressure. I've been reporting that. Some viewers, they say, Sajid, your understanding of Sudanese war is incorrect. Sudanese military has leverage on its side. No, I have been updating you on daily basis about situation in Kordofan, in Darfur, in Bari, in Darman, in Khartoum. Sudanese military does not have momentum or leverage on its side. Rapid support forces expanding. I've been saying that for weeks. But too early to say that military has decided to leave Khartoum, Bari, Darman altogether. Let's see. Thank you for watching.